Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to get the corner. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They're going to ride this running back. At midfield, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll run the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Pressure coming. Slides away. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation, backed up, close to their own end.
Fires a bullet. Now it's That's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
It's a draw. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and flow. Nice job reading the defense. Beautiful.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Coming after him. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like,
he's loose. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. What a snag by the defense. Touchdown, Wolfpack! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start.
Snags it down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Throws for the tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Yellow Jackets have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle, it's Cunningham. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? 1st down here for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's going for the big play. And that pass intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Wide out in motion. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Back open in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
He rifles one deep to the left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Trying to get to it. They're bringing heat. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
He'll throw one to his right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter.
NC State 28, Georgia Tech 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The back goes in motion. They'll run play action. Looking for an open area to his left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Georgia State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Give to the running back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he throws another interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. He is a magnet for the football. His 20th career interception.
It's just crazy, man. Some guys just have a knack, a feel that you can't coach, you can't teach. They cover receivers, but they know where the ball's going. And how about that? Makes the play on the football for interception number 20.
Man, you think at some point play callers and quarterbacks would figure it out. Just stop throwing this guy's direction.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he makes the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Wiggles free. They're trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Wants to throw on third down. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Touch pass on the run. Inside the 45. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Harris. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick. He can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
He'll throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On the ready.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Paging George D. Burdell. Paging George D. Burdell.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's a reverse. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion, because they can hand it off to them at any time.
On second down, wants to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. NC State going up tempo. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, NC State.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off. The defense got it there so quick. Got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense rolls back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Got it.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. It's complete on the right side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck.
Can anyone catch him? He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on. They've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense.
Get set.
Looking for room, it's Burks. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. That's caught, it's Cunningham. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy. And then
Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, NC State.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick. And the ball is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills too.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Leaves it with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. The toss to the outside. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. Those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught in the backfield, it's Royal. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
On to attempt to try. Bangs it through for an extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back gets the give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a wreck. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Afterburners coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Easy. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Feeling some heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry up. The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got his man. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. NC State 77, Georgia Tech 13.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Let's go!
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
He makes a grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
Open runway ahead. The 40, the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the beatdown has ensued. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. Fighting off the defender. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the...
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Pulls it in. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. On the run, fires downfield. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They move the tight end all over. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, NC State! And the route is on. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Burks. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the running back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Check.
The give to the fullback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
On the double.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
Ready, go. Ready.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
On the ready.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field.
Moves.
Past the 45. Got a lot of running room. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll leave it with him. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kickoff.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Still on his feet. Escapes trouble. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on on 3rd and 10. If they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started.
Timber! Timber!
From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Griffin! Tuna!
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Coming after him. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, we're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Trying to get to him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And they get him down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready?
3rd and goal coming up here.